Welcome to the 8th episode of English Out and About. In this video series, we will explore different places in the United States, and along the way, you will be learning English. In today's episode, our language focus is reported speech versus direct speech. And we will be visiting the state of Washington, where another new mystery awaits. My name is Jane, and I will be your guide. Mystery reporter Maggie and field reporter Francesca will take us to different places around the United States, and English teacher Tina will explain some of the trickier aspects of English. Idiom alert! In each episode, I will share a common idiomatic expression, and then you can listen for the phrase and how it's used during the episode. Have you heard of the expression to wake up and smell the coffee? It's not actually about coffee. It is about realizing the truth of something, even if it is difficult. If I forgot to pay my bills, I need to wake up and smell the coffee and pay the bills. I might not want to, but I must do it. Have you ever had to wake up and smell the coffee? And now we're going to Teacher Tina with today's language lesson.
Hi everyone, welcome to today's show about reported speech. Reported speech is used when we want to tell someone what another person said. This can be helpful when we want to share the information about what someone said, but we don't want to use quotation marks. Here is an example. In direct speech, we would say, Pedro said, I am going to the store. In reported speech, we would say, Pedro said he was going to the store. In this example, we change the point of view from I to he. We also change the verb tense from I am to he was. To form a sentence using reported speech, we often need to change the point of view and the verb tense. Reported speech is usually in the past tense because we're reporting what has previously happened. The thing that makes it a little tricky is that in reported speech, we always go one step back, but we'll explain a little bit more about that later. All right, let's try another one. Let's rewrite this sentence in reported speech. I am a university student, Jenny said. I am a university student, Jenny said. All right, how could we restate that sentence as reported speech? Jenny said she was a university student. Jenny said she was a university student. I am became she was, and the point of view changed from I to she. All right, that's all for now. I'll be back later with some more practice. Over to you, Jane.
Fantastic. And now we're going to hear from mystery reporter Maggie. As you listen, I want you to find the answers to these two comprehension questions. What does the name Sasquatch mean in the Salish language? What are some plausible explanations for Sasquatch sightings?
Thanks, Jane, and welcome, mystery lovers. Today, our destination is Washington State, not to be confused with Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. In this episode, I will be bringing you a legend from the Great Northwest. You may remember from episode 2, I shared an urban legend about alligators living in the sewers of New York City. You may also remember then that an urban legend, or a legend, is a story typically from the past, believed by many people, but which cannot actually be proven. My scarf today may look more like feathers than fur, but that was as far as I was willing to go. Are you ready to learn more about this mystery? This mysterious legend centers around a large, furry, ape-like creature that walks upright and lives deep in the wilderness of the northwestern region of the United States. Have you guessed it? I'm talking about Sasquatch, or Bigfoot. The legend of Sasquatch dates back to rock paintings found in California some 1,000 years ago. The name is derived from the language of the Salish people who have lived in the Pacific Northwest for thousands of years. In their language, Sasquatch means wild men. Interestingly, indigenous cultures have their own versions of this legend of a large, furry-like creature that is the protector of the forest. Despite the historical legend and thousands of sightings, there is no verifiable evidence of the existence of this creature. Nada, zilch. And since the vast majority of the alleged sightings happen at night, there are many plausible explanations. Shadows, bears, or other hikers themselves? Skeptics want to scream, "Wake up and smell the coffee. There is no such thing as Sasquatch or Bigfoot even." In fact, even the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization said that the legend is a cultural phenomenon kept alive through a combination of the misidentification of known animals, wishful thinking, and the deliberate fabrication of evidence. What do you think? Is there still room for a mysterious fur-like creature wandering the forest? Back to you, Jane.
Thanks, mystery reporter Maggie, for sharing that famous legend. I'm not sure what I think about Sasquatch. I want to believe. Did you hear the answers to the 2 comprehension questions? What does Sasquatch mean in the Salish language? It means wild men. What are some plausible explanations for Sasquatch sightings? Some skeptics believe sightings could be explained by shadows, bears, or other hikers themselves.
Hi, welcome back. Now we will practice using reported speech. Remember, reported speech is used when we want to tell someone what another person said. In direct speech, we use quotation marks. In reported speech, we do not use quotation marks. If the sentence in direct speech uses present tense, reported speech will use the past simple tense. If the sentence in the past simple tense, then the sentence in reported speech will use past perfect. In reported speech, the sentence always goes 1 tense back. Let's see what that looks like in some examples. Which one of these sentences uses reported speech? The Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization stated that there had been more than 2,000 sightings in Washington in 2019. Or, the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization states there were more than 2,000 sightings in Washington in 2019. Excellent work. The sentence in reported speech is, the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization stated that there had been more than 2,000 sightings in Washington in 2019. Are you ready for another one? Let's go. Number 2. Which one of these sentences uses reported speech? Many people stated that they had seen Bigfoot at night, or many people stated, we saw Bigfoot at night. Excellent work. This sentence using reported speech is, many people stated that they had seen Bigfoot at night. Number 3, which one of these sentences uses reported speech? Many people said, we left apples for Sasquatch, or many people said that they had left apples for Sasquatch. Great work. This sentence that uses reported speech is, many people said that they had left apples for Sasquatch. Wow. Thank you for all of your hard work today, everybody. Can't wait to see you next time. Back to you, Jane.
Thank you, Teacher Tina. And now we are going to field reporter Francesca, who has some fun facts to share about the state of Washington.
Thanks, Jane. I am delighted to be reporting to you from Seattle, Washington. No visit to Seattle can be complete without visiting a coffee shop. It is a huge understatement to say that people here love coffee. Have you ever heard of Starbucks? Well, it started here in Seattle in 1971. Coffee culture is about getting together with friends at a coffee shop to drink coffee and enjoy each other's company, and maybe even hear some live music. People also go to coffee shops for work meetings or to use the free internet, or maybe to start work on their own business. People who start their own business are called entrepreneurs. Famous entrepreneurs in the state of Washington include Jeff Bezos, who created Amazon, and Bill Gates, who co-founded Microsoft. Washington is also home to Boeing, a company that makes airplanes. I don't know, there must be something in that coffee. Here are some fun facts about coffee. Starbucks roasts 269 million pounds of coffee beans each year. Whoa, that is a lot of coffee. A barista is the name of the person who makes the coffee at the coffee shop. Baristas in Seattle compete against each other to perfect the art in the foam of their lattes. They make shapes like flowers, cats, and ladybugs out of frothy milk. Last fun fact. Around the world, 2 billion, that's billion with a B, 2 billion cups of coffee are consumed every day. This is Field Reporter Francesca signing off from Seattle. So long, farewell, and happy trails. Back to you, Jane.
Thanks, Francesca. Don't forget to join us next week for our show about Yellowstone National Park and the National Park Service. You'll be learning about descriptive language, and if I know Maggie, we may even throw in a mystery. Teachers, remember that there are additional resources that you can use with your classes linked in this video's description. And for students, check out the practice materials. And now for our final minute, we want to share photos from 5 states. This week we are featuring Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, and South Carolina. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. We can't wait to see you next week.